Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is Bloodthirsty Thursday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when I'm here. I know it's an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. I hope you take that in consideration. Also, one last little tidbit of info. Check out the description box. I give you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, which, by the way, today is a special day. I actually wrote the synopsis, which is really terrible. I'm not good. I am not a writer. I am a talker, folks. Usually I just get it off of IMDb or the back of the box. So that's how I roll with writing. But I gave you that. I gave you your starring cast, your directors, your runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a link for a trailer. And if you decide, you can toss me a couple of bucks and help support the channel. So with all that said in mind and all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. Today's film is a doozy. It was really good. Another lost found footage type film. It comes all the way from the UK, and it is none other than Taped Up Memories. Yes, what a great film. This was directed by Jackson Batchelor and Sam Mason Bell. They both also are stars in the film as well, along with three other actors. All five of them are amazing performers in this film, and I can't say anything terrible about that. I think that even I recognized old Peter Tilley in there. Emily, I forget your last name, I recognized in there as well. It was a veritable who's who of films that I have reviewed here as of late. Stuff that from Lonely Hearts and what did I review for Martin last week? Not Ice Cream on the Beach, but Roadkill. That's what it was Roadkill, which was a very, very interesting film. I really enjoyed that one. This one is very reminiscent of that, but I think it is a better film all the way around. It has more going on. That one was a little more experimental than this one. That one was done. A lot of that was just basically improvisation with an outline that they went with, and I thought that Kirsten Peters, Martin Payne, and Peter Tilley did a fantabulous job on that one. So if you saw Roadkill, which probably not. It's not out yet, but I'm sure there are some people out there that have seen it. If you have seen that, definitely roll on over and check out Taped Up Memories. It'll be coming out, I believe, next month. It is well worth every penny, in my opinion. I am usually not the biggest fan of found footage type films, but this one really was good. It really packed a punch, and it honestly was. It's good enough that I should have saved it for a Friday or a Saturday review, because it is by far the best thing I've reviewed this week. I had nothing against Ice Cream on the Beach, Blood Creek Woodsman, or Reel 2. Those three films were all amazing, but this one definitely is the winner chicken dinner out of all four of those. I can't say anything terrible about it. So what is it about exactly? I've gone in here about 4 minutes in, and I haven't told you what it's about. It's about a group of four family members, a brother and a sister, and then two brothers. They are cousins to each other. They are going on one last final hurrah trip before Peter Tilley's character heads off to the Iraq War, because this is set in 2004, I believe, is what year it said that this was set in. So he was getting ready to do his country's service and go and serve in the Iraq War. And this was during the war on terror days. This is so it definitely strikes a chord with me, because I was at that. I was just a young 20-something year old kid. just learning life basically. And when all this, the world changed, and it really struck a chord with me, and seeing people that I knew, friends and family members that went off to the war to serve, and it just really is packs a punch in that. It really pulls at the heartstrings a little bit there. So I can't say really enough. I enjoyed it so much that I can't say anything bad. But they're taking him along this trip. They're going to this place called The View. The View, not to be confused with the terrible television show. It is a nickname for something that an area where a lot of people go to get a nice scenic, outdoorsy, woodsy view, and it is known for being a tourist hotspot. They are along the way. They'd see our other director Jackson Batchelor standing on the side of the road, not sitting, standing along the side of the road, looking for a ride. They decide to pull over. I honestly, right away, just looking at Jackson, I would have been like, "Fuck that! You're not getting in my ride. I'm sorry, dude. I am a nice guy. I don't pick up hitchhikers though, but especially hitchhikers that look like him, because he has this very big gnarly beard going. He is very intimidating right away. Like they ask him what his name is. Oh, that's not important. Right away, red flags galore that this guy is no good. And so they just continue to go along with the ride. Him asking questions like where are you guys going? What's your names? And then he finds out about Peter Tilley's character joining the service, and how he himself served in the Gulf War, and how it changed him, and it made him this kind of just shallow, hollow soul, or hollow shell of a man with no soul. Like, the guy was just pure intimidation factor right away. Like, he is just, you can tell there is not everything is clicking right in this man's brain. So he is very confrontational with them all along this ride. Eventually gets to the point to where they've had enough and they kick his ass out of the car. Little too late. He ends up stealing their camera. And he knows exactly where they're going, so he eventually meets up with them. And that I will leave with the rest of you to find out when you do watch it. I don't want to give away any more of this film. I think that it hits all cylinders, and it really knows how to pack a punch. On to my three things that I like my movies to meet. Audio. This thing has good, crisp audio, considering it's all done handheld with one camera, one location almost inside the car. It does have a few shots outside of the car, but it is mostly done through dialogue inside of the vehicle, all along while driving down the road. So it has pretty good audio. I feel like there was never any spots where I couldn't understand what was being said. They even with their English accents, I still could understand 100%. I know some people would probably have trouble with it, but honestly, it's really not a big issue at all in it. I think they did a fantastic job with the audio. As far as dialogue goes, I don't know if there was if they did any improvisation along the way with this one. It doesn't even have, this one is so new that it doesn't even have an IMDb. It's only had a couple of reviews scattered around online. I think only one or two. So I'm like the third person I think to review this. So I feel very honored to do that. And I think that knowing, if I would have known a little more, I guess, information like that, I think that would be cool to know if any of this was improvised, or if you guys did kind of like with Roadkill, where you just kind of had a rough outline and you just kind of winged it and went with it. Or if this was all 100% scripted dialogue. If it was really well written. I think that all the dialogue is very smooth. It's exactly how I feel like people that are related to each other talk. Especially if you're trying to have a one last good, long-lasting memory of something before somebody gets sent away to war, because you never know if that person is going, if that loved one is going to come back or not, or what they will be like if they come back, when they come back. It's all a mixed bag. So I feel like they did a fantastic job with the dialogue, and it gets an A++ on dialogue. It gets an A on audio. Editing is where this sucker really shines. It has some. I'm usually not a fan of quick jump away cuts, but with this one it really works, because our character, played by Emily, she is a student who is going to school and making a documentary film about war, and it has little interspiced pieces of her interviews that she has done with various people that had served in previous wars. So it has a lot going along for it, with the editing. So they did a really good job with that. I'm going to give it an A++ as well. This thing is a solid banger on that 1 through 5 scale. My overall, what I'm going to give it is a 4.5 out of 5. This thing almost hits that 5 mark. In for me, it almost does. It's like 4.99999 almost. It is like that close to being almost a 5-pointer. That's how good this is. I think this is by far, Jackson and Sam did so damn good on this that I can't wait to check out Incessant, which Sam did. That'll be on the 14th of this month. So that's what, not next week, but the week after. Or no, that is next week. Holy moly, this month is already starting to fly by, and it's already, what, the 5th? But yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Tomorrow, tune in for Deadbeat, and then Saturday will be Final Summer, and then Sunday is Like Animator, which I am very excited for. Like Animator, I'm doing 2 Seb Godin films in 1 week. I will also be doing his film Ouija Mummy on the 12th. So we're going to be banging out 3 of his films right away, pretty quickly. So look for if you're a fan of Seb, definitely look for those. I think he is a fantastic director himself as well. Also, I probably will be having a couple of reviews, do double days where I do double reviews, because I'm in the middle of moving. So I may have to buck up and do 2 reviews a day. I won't do any more than that in one day, though. I'll spare you guys. I won't do 3 or 4, because that is just too damn much. Too much Matt for one day. All right, and then Saturday, for my fans over on Facebook, you can hop on there. I will be doing a interview at 5 o'clock that night with actor Dean Houlihan. So do tune in for that. And with all that said in mind, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I hope all of you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And as always, peace.